for the lecture today, we're going to talk about the basics of HTML. I have up here on the right brackets. Brackets.io is the website. This is the HTML editor that I'm going to use throughout class. So if you want to use this, it's free to download for both Mac and PC. You don't have to use it. Just letting you know that for all demonstrations, I'll be using this software. And on the left is what Brackets looks like. And the basic structure of Brackets is you have your main window pane here, which has the code. And on the left, you have your folder structure. And you can right click to do a new file, new folder. And we'll go into more of this as we build out a website. For today, we're going to do a simple one-page Hello World assignment. And for that, we'll just go to File, New, and then I'm going to save it as an HTML. Now, this is very important, and the reason why I save it right off the bat is you want to convert this file to an HTML file. If you don't do this, then Brackets isn't going to interpret what you're trying to do, and it'll be more difficult to code out. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. It's probably going to overwrite one. It's fine. Now I can actually get started. So that since Brackets knows this is an HTML file, what it's going to do is it's going to show me hints and close my tags for me. This is very important because most HTML elements have what's called an open tag and a closing tag. And you want to make sure you put these in your work because I will be looking for that. The other thing that it will do is it will complete your code for you if it finds the element that you're trying to create. For example, if I say head, there you go, head. And then I close it, and it closes it. So Brackets is very nice. It's very user-friendly. I'd encourage you to use it or another HTML editor that's similar to this if you're new to HTML. And for the assignment, what we'll do is we're going to create an HTML document, which is what I've done here. I've declared that this is going to be an HTML document. I've also declared it by saving it as an HTML. Then within the HTML tag, I'm going to put a head tag, and then below that, I'm going to put a body tag. Now, if you take a look, see what I'm doing here? I'm indenting when I create a new element. I'm only doing that when I create a new element within an element. For example, I'll put another one here. The reason why I do that is it creates clean code. It's easier to read. It's you can tell where elements start and end. If you don't indent and if you don't put new lines when you start new sections, your code could look like this. It could look like this. It starts to get very hard to see where something starts and where something ends. And that's why I'm going to look for clean code when you turn in your assignments. I'm going to start all over and walk you through what I'm doing. The first thing I do is I create an HTML tag. The reason why I do this is because everything within this HTML tag is going to get rendered by the browser. If it's outside of this HTML tag, it won't get rendered or your code will break. For every assignment, you're going to have a head tag. It has to be at the top. If your head tag is below any other element, you're going to get deducted. The head tag is named head tag for a reason. It stays at the top. But it does have to be within your HTML element. We're not going to get into details about what's inside this head tag, but you have to have it for this assignment. Next, we're going to do a body tag. Now your body tag, that's where all of your content will be housed. All of your content to get rendered to the public through the browser will have to be in this body tag. Will it still work if it's outside this body tag? It probably will. Will it look right? It won't. So the importance of the body tag is that it holds your content. And if your content's outside the body tag, then it's incorrect and you'll get deducted for that. Now, if you follow along with what I'm doing right here, you're going to get 90% of the way through this assignment. There's only going to be one thing that you're going to have to do on your own. So I'd encourage you, if you haven't started, go ahead and start now. So now that we have the body tag, like I said, this is a simple hello world assignment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say hello world. So I'm going to do that by creating what's called an H1 tag. And we have a series of H tags. You have H1 usually through H6. There are some people who go beyond H6, but if you need a headline, which is what this is, beyond H6, I mean, go at it, more power to you. But most browsers only style up to H6. So we have a headline here, and I'm going to put within this headline tag, hello world. The reason why I'm putting this between the open and the close is two reasons. This is going to be rendered on the browser, but then because it's sandwiched between the H1 open and close tag, the browser knows that this whole line is a headline. Now, with brackets, you have what's called a live preview. It's right here, up here in the corner. If I click this, on the right-hand side, it's going to pull up my page. And there we go. That's our first HTML assignment. We have hello world. That's what you have to do. Very, very difficult indeed. Just kidding. But beyond this, you have to do one more thing. You have to add in here an additional element. It can be an image, it can be a link, it can be a structure element. It has to, you can't just turn this in, you have to add something more. And I'm not going to show you what that is. It's on your own to go out there and just find a new element. It can be a paragraph tag. It can be another headline tag. I don't care. It just has to have an additional element. And this is how you're going to get graded on the assignment. The code has to be clean. You have to indent it. You have to have hello world and a H1 tag. You have to have a head. You have to have a body. And you have to have one additional element to that code. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll go ahead and post this stuff on the assignments, and then we'll go on to our next one, which will be the basic structures to your first project.